Hello everyone. Now we will see how you can create your own Amazon SageMaker Notebook instance in AWS. So quickly we will see how you can launch your AWS SageMaker in your AWS account. So without delay, let's get into it. So first of all, you have to log in into your AWS console. Like I have already logged into my AWS console, right? In the search bar, you have to search SageMaker. Before that, I'll tell you for all the machine learning training, building, and deployment, you use Amazon SageMaker, right? We'll just open the Amazon SageMaker console. Here you can see this is the center of the data, analytics, and AI. Amazon SageMaker brings together comprehensive AI analytics service into the integrated experience to enable data processing, SQL analytics, model development and training, and the generative AI. From a unified studio access and act all of your data using the best tool of your job, assisted by the Amazon Q at every step. So Amazon SageMaker is a service which provides end-to-end feature which you can use to implement your Gen AI solutions. You can use the data processing, SQL analytics, model development, training, each and everything in this single place. So in this course, we need a notebook where we are going to learn or implement our ML or AI concepts, right? So here you can see, you can click on the Amazon SageMaker AI first. It will redirect you to the different page. Now here we see the application and ID section, we have the different options. So the easiest part is notebook, where we are going to run all of our commands. So click on the notebook, right? Here you can see as of now I don't have any notebook. So you have to create one notebook. Click on the create notebook instance. First provide a name, suppose I am giving test. Here you can use any of the instant type. So what I am going to use, the default value MLT3 medium. As of now it will work for me. Okay, so we selected notebook instant type is MLT3 medium. Here you can see the platform identifier. This is the different versions, so we can go with the default one, that is the also the latest one. Previously the lab 1, lab 3 and lab 4, so we will go with the latest one, Amazon Linux to Jupyter lab 3. Now talking about additional configuration. In additional configuration, we have the lifecycle configuration. So suppose if you wanted to do any sort of automation, suppose what you wanted, you have written a script. Whenever your notebook instance started or when you create a new notebook instance, some packages should be installed automatically. Those type of configuration we can make over here. As of now, we don't have any configuration, so we will go with the no configuration. We can provide the volume size in GB, okay, and minimum IMDS version. Okay, so by default we will go with the 5 GB of volume, that is enough for our use case. Then we'll talk about the permission and encryption. So we need an IAM role to launch this notebook instance. As of now we believe you don't have any IAM permission. So what we do, we will just create a new one. So creating IAM role means this notebook instance needs some permission, right? So they need the access of the S3 bucket. If you want to see or provide any specific S3 bucket option, we can select that one. Otherwise, I'm going with the default. Any S3 bucket will work. Why this need S3 bucket? Because when we train the model, we definitely need to store some manifest file, right? We have some training data. We have some like final result output data, right? So all the things we are going to store at some place. So S3 will be the easiest service and the highly scalable and the easily accessible service which all the AWS services generally provide. So we are going to use Amazon S3 for storing all sort of information, right? So when I click on it, you can see Amazon SageMaker execution this successfully. You created an IAM role. That is fine. Root access you can provide disable or enable. As of now, I'm the root user, so I'm providing and giving the option enable. Rest option is network. So if you wanted to create this notebook instance in any of the specific VPC, then you can provide. Otherwise, if you don't provide it, it will pick the default one, or you can also see the default value. Git repository, that is the optional. If you wanted to attach any of your Git repository, then you can attach it over here. And if you wanted to provide any specific tag, then it will work. Otherwise, we are good to go and create the notebook instance. Click on the notebook instance and it will take some time and the status will change from pending to active. Okay, we will wait until the status is changed. Okay, now you can see the status is changed from pending to in service, right? So we will click on this open Jupyter. It will take few minutes or few seconds, and we will be redirecting to the Jupyter notebook for this SageMaker Notebook Instance, where we are going to run each and every command. Okay, now you can see we have landed into the home page of the Jupyter notebook. We are just going to create a session for the Conda Python 3, where we are going to run each and everything. Okay, we selected new Conda Python 3, and now we have landed into our Jupyter notebook. So Python is already installed there, right? So you can write suppose hello. Okay, so now we are going to run each and everything. We can install the NumPy, Conda, NumPy, MATLAB, Panda, each and every library which need for our AI/ML courses. We are going to do everything here. So I hope you like the video. If it is, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends. Thank you. Thanks for watching.